everyone, and welcome to another episode of Craven Connect, a student-led podcast here at Craven Community College. We bring you news that binds and events that shine.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh, ooh. So today we are focusing on these three beautiful ladies.
Four beautiful ladies. Come on, look over here.
And Eli.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not a lady. It's okay.
That's why
He's
I
a
said
gentleman.
And Eli.
He's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
A handsome gentleman.
He's going to be
There we go.
surrounded by the garden.
We'll put the adjectives in.
She said it. So we're focusing on them because they are graduating this May from Craven Community College. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh.
Congratulations, guys.
Happiness and sadness at the same time.
I'm sure it's a lot of emotions.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I told
can
someone.
imagine.
Well, go ahead.
No, you
Oh,
go.
thank you. You're so sweet.
Break it up,
Anna.
ladies.
No, but I was telling someone yesterday because we were talking about graduation, and I was like, I feel like I'm graduating high school, man. Like, okay, what's the next step? Going back to college? Like,
I know.
it feels like high school
I
all
think
over.
we met you the very first semester.
Yeah.
When we just got here and we were in the same class together, so we kind of spent all 2 years together. So we got to know you pretty well, which was it was okay. And
Did you say girl? It was okay. Goodbye.
I'm kidding.
You
You guys
It
are a
was
mess.
Our pleasure, and it's really sad because all 2 years that we spent in the U.S., we spent studying here in college, and it's just gonna be so sad. It's just a huge part of our lives, and it's about to, move on. And it's always good to have some changes in life, but sometimes it's sad that you're used to something. You kind of build a community, family here,
Friends,
investors,
Yeah.
such beautiful people around. Who knows how it's gonna look like in a few months.
Yeah, time flies
But
really fast, but
it
we're
does.
excited and sad at the same time.
Understandable. One door closes
Yeah.
and another one
is open.
opens. Yeah,
That's
that's,
right.
how that
Really
story
great.
goes.
But it's like, can we keep that door open while this door's open? Like, why does
Yeah.
that door have to close?
Well, registration is still open, so if you want to take more
No, I'm good.
classes, Hannah,
No, I'm
that's
good.
all on you.
No, I'm good. Close the door. Close the door.
No more exams.
We'll open the window.
The fire escape.
So I kind of want to ask you guys, I'm curious. I graduate this year too, but not until December. So still exciting, just not as exciting right now. And I'm curious what you guys' childhood dreams were growing up. Like when you were maybe in grade school, what were the things that you were interested in doing with nothing aside, no worries in the world, thinking that you could do anything, hopefully? What were those things that you were thinking to yourself at the time?
I'm getting the looks like I should go first. So I'll go
You should
first.
go
guys.
first,
Giving you the
Hannah.
way.
Okay. So this is the craziest thing, but so when I was younger, I was homeschooled. So, I mean, we really weren't out in the public seeing what everyone's doing and the jobs were, what jobs were out there. But we lived near a base, the Havelock base down here. And it is known for its, Air Force, Navy pilots and everything. And we would always have jets, flying over. So one day I asked my mom, I was like, what's the noise? And she told me they're jets. And there's, fighter pilots in them. So I had grown up all the way up to, 10th grade. I was like, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I want to be in a jet.
Wow, that's
That's
cool.
I want to
pretty
go
cool.
to Mach 7, hit the sound barrier, and we would go to the air shows. I would absolutely just sit and just watch the jets go by all the time. So much fun. And then after 11th grade, after real life started kicking in, and we're like, okay, what do you really want to do? I was like, okay, I'll be an architect. That didn't work out because obviously I went back and I was like, let's rethink my plan. So then I thought about the fighter pilots, my childhood dreams, and then I was like, well, what does Craven offer? Craven offers an aviation program. So I got started. So it all circles back to Craven basically.
That's
childhood
such a
and-
nice story. Wow.
Nice. I know, fighter pilot. Who knew?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised your mom didn't answer. That's the sound of freedom, Hannah.
We already
That's what
heard
they
that
say
enough.
when you're from
Oh my
Havelock.
Yeah, no, I had heard that saying enough because I actually used to play golf too. And that was my home course, was the Sound of Freedom golf course. So when someone says it's Sound of Freedom, I'm thinking, okay, it's the golf course. So anyway.
The funnier response is, what sound? Because when you're from Havelock, you become so deaf from the sound of freedom that you just don't even hear it anymore.
Dude, that's so true. And we would our house, we were so close to the base, our house would shake from the jets taking off.
Yeah.
And we grew up so used to it. and like we'd feel the house shake. It could be an earthquake, guys. It could have been an earthquake, and I would have been like, "It's the Jets."
But you grew up as a brave kid
Yeah.
now,
The Jets.
so
You
it's
adjusted.
worth it.
I did.
It's such a cool career. I mean, I'm very
Yeah.
excited for you. to
Thank
see.
you.
I saw all of your pictures on Instagram when you were flying and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like so much
I
fun.
haven't seen those pictures.
Girl,
That's
it's-
awesome.
On my Instagram, I feel like I should throw out my Instagram if people
Like
want to
your
follow.
Instagram
It's like a
girl.
little-
We'll put it down in the link below. But like on one of the highlights, it says my personality, and so like I put all my flying stuff in there because once you start aviation, you never stop talking about it or like showing it off because it's like
It's
a
so
bug, flying bug.
Yeah, I've seen you
That's your
jumping
shit.
off the planes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I was like, well, that's one of my lists that I really want to do, you know, like my top list, what I would want to do in my life and try even, you know. I feel like it's just such a good feeling when you fly in the air without, you know, I don't know, it's
How
scary.
would you know, Dorina?
I
Yeah,
don't
I'll
know.
take you up, Darina. Don't worry, I got you. I'll take
Yeah.
you up, and I will go like skydiving
Skydiving.
because that's what I want to do when
I'll
I
be
move.
waving at you guys safely from the ground, hoping that you make it down.
Dude, it's life changing, like skydiving. So like I went skydiving, and the whole time we waited like 6 hours to go because it was just the weather, so we had to keep pushing it back. And we were like throwing up. Me and my friend were throwing up of like the anxious. And so when we finally get up there and we jump, I tell you, it was life changing. Like you just saw like the whole Earth, and you can literally see why it's like around Earth, like feet the flat Earth people. It is actually
It
round.
is flat.
No, it's
No, I'm just
round.
kidding.
I saw it myself.
won't
It was
have that
so
debate.
much fun though. You can literally see that it was. I want to get my skydiving license after my pilot's license.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds
At
like
least
so
a
fun.
at least try, you know. I would
Please do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
life changing.
It sounds like
Fighter
this plan of
pilot.
yours.
Skydiving. What would that be? Skydiving. Let's call it a tech. That sounds cool.
Heck yeah. I'm a tech.
Was
Those
that
are
your-
pretty awesome aspirations, Hannah,
Thank
I have
you.
to say.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on kind of circling back and getting to do what you wanted to do initially, and even being able to find out that although you thought architecture was something, or maybe some other things that you might not have mentioned were something you wanted to do, you decided that you wanted to lean into what you truly want to do, and that's awesome because some people don't get that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Real quick, shout out to Embry Riddle because I got accepted. And real quick, I want to throw out Craven's name because Craven, with my credits, transferred to Embry Riddle, and Embry
Oh,
Riddle
yay.
is in a college in Florida, Daytona, Florida, and I'm getting my bachelor's in aeronautical science. So
Ooh.
I know there's a
Wow.
like really
Lots
like.
of good things.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
So
awesome.
okay.
I
Anyway.
hope we get a chance to visit you.
Please
It's
do.
fun.
I know.
Oh my
I'm trying to ride
gosh.
on that private jet. Like,
Girl,
I don't know.
literally, me too, girl. Me too.
Can you
Taxi.
get us like like a
Send me to
Air
TJ,
taxi.
please.
That'd
Free
be
flights.
nice.
So, Dorina, are you as cool as Hannah?
I'm not. I'm just.
Stop.
She just.
You are cool.
She just set that such a high standard right here. Like I just want to talk about me anymore. You know what I mean? I got so excited for you, Hannah.
Thank you.
But you know, as me and Vada, we're from different country. We experienced different stuff, and we probably had a different just imagination of what we could do. But circling back, we're in Ukraine. My father used to go to United States as a business conference. And he would always bring one thing from United States, and it could be like ridiculous for you guys, but he always would bring like a peanut butter, because in Ukraine we didn't
I've
have
heard that before. I've
we
heard about
didn't
that.
have peanut butter, and I
Such
think
is popular.
yeah, it's just not a popular thing, and nobody grinds their peanuts. You know, they're just eating them, and it's not such a thing. So whenever he brought it home, we had like for peanut butter for a couple of days. And I always wondered, what is so special about United States? Why are they doing such a good... Because I loved like a bread and peanut butter. And then I watched SpongeBob. And then, you know, like there's a jelly when you like... what's the jellyfish? And the SpongeBob put the jelly on top. I was like, these Americans, they making such a good food. I was amazed. So back then, I was like, man, I want to travel. I want to get to know other like countries and see what other people have. Because if you're living in your own country and you kind of like your perspective and understanding is only the thing that you know and knew when you were younger. You know what I mean? So I wanted at that time be a flight attendant, like a steward, to fly and just to see, like, explore other countries and see what other people have, because I don't know, that peanut butter got me hooked. I was like,
I love that though.
yeah.
I remember in high school when you first time you went to US with your
Yeah.
father. It was just beginning of high school. I just met Doreen. It's just been a week, and she brought huge bag of US sweets.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
Reese's,
Reese's,
Kisses,
Kisses.
everything. It was
We
like
had-
huge bag.
We didn't have that in Ukraine.
We
yeah.
don't have candies like that. And I'm like, since then, I'm like, we could be friends because
exactly.
We
We
have
should
to
be
be
friends.
friends because she has the hookup.
She bought me with those
Yes,
candies.
I was
I'm
like, what?
sign
You
me
never
up.
tried anything
It's like when
that.
people hate like on the same enemy, they become friends. Y'all became friends over like candy. Like
Yeah.
that is
Right.
smart. That's what most people need to start doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing a smart move.
Exactly. Well,
I wonder if it works the same when you're from America, though.
Like bring back a bunch of like
Like, can I buy
Yeah.
your friendship with Reese's and Kisses?
Well,
It's not as special
let's
to
not
us.
phrase
'cause
it like that.
I mean like what type are we talking like
You're so
king
cheap.
size or like the little packet?
Oh, it's dependent. I got you. We're
Yeah.
pickier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you, girl.
yeah. Well. Anyways, that's how when I was younger. That's what I was going for, and I just either want to be dancer or flight attendant. But everything changed with time, and my dreams right now is a little bit different. But I still would like to travel and get to know other countries, other cultures, people. I think it's just so much to learn
Mhm.
and so much things that we have never tried. But it's just really fascinating for me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
So
completely
from-
different from what I'm going right now. But
We'll
Wait, so
hear
what
about
are
that
you?
soon.
yeah, we'll hear about it. We'll hear about it.
She went from peanut butter to flight attendant.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll see what the next step is.
That's interesting.
What about you, Valia?
I expected you to tell more about your filmmaking career, but it's also an interesting way to
Yeah, I mean,
imagine
it's a-
career and stuff.
That's
yeah.
where I started.
Yeah, I guess because we're from the same culture, we have kind of similar way to look at things. So traveling's always on top of things. And I was just saying before we started filming, have you ever seen Doctor Who?
I have.
It was my favorite show growing up. It was just the best one. I couldn't stop watching it. And it was like, if we're talking about childhood dreams, that was my biggest one. I always wanted to find Doctor, jump in the TARDIS, and you travel through space and time. And I always
Oh.
was like, please, please.
And you don't pay; you just travel. You know,
You don't pay. The
Yeah.
best part.
True, yeah.
And you know, the TARDIS, it makes like special sound, like woo, woo. So every time when I like heard something weird, I'm like, please be TARDIS.
Oh my goodness. You were
As a
hoping that
kid.
you achieved your dream.
Yeah, as a kid
never
it
too
was
late.
like that. But actually, when I was like a little bit older, like 8th, 9th grade, I always wanted to visit US because it's just like different continent and all the movies are from Hollywood, and I just had this like picture in my mind. I'm like, I really want to go there someday. So I actually used Google Maps to walk around. I just found like a place, and I, you can like drop a little guy in there, and you can walk
Mhm.
like you're walking there.
The street view? Is
Yeah,
that what you were?
Street
yeah.
view. But it was delayed though. But I did it every night. I'm like tried to imagine that someday I'm gonna be one of these little men walking around. And it came true, not the way I imagined it would be, but it did came true, and it was magical. As a career, traveling is a big part that I would like to participate in. So my host parents, my host mom, her brother works for Air Canada, and his job, I feel like that's the best job in the world. He's responsible for business class in Air Canada, and he gets to travel like, I don't know, 5 times a month, and he everywhere, whatever he wants to go, he can go anywhere. And he just like, he told me that his workday looks like they bring him a bunch of foods, and he's supposed to pick which one is the best for people in business class.
I need
Ooh.
And
that
I'm
job
like, you gotta
Ooh.
be kidding me.
immediately.
Oh my gosh, we talked for hours about it. I'm like, oh, that sounds so great. And he told me that when he just started, you usually get benefits from airline company, and you
Mhm.
could travel everywhere. Like, for example, Friday night, they were sitting with people in the bar. They're like, oh, let's go to LA. And they traveled there because it's free for people who work for airline. And they came back and started working on Monday. So that sounds like
Wow.
a dream. So far, I've been thinking about it. Something international business. That would be
What
cool.
was your dream profession when you were younger?
I wanted to be Doctor Who. I just told you.
She said she
Is it
wanted to be
profession?
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
There was
Well,
nothing stopping her at that
Nothing
point.
stopping me.
I
I was all in. Oh my gosh. Now you reminded me about it.
It's not too late. Not
I
yet.
know. What about you, Rihanna?
Well, my dream as a child was actually to be a singer like Alicia Keys. I wanted to be famous, singing and performing and doing my thing on stage, and yeah, that rang true for a while.
That.
Could you?
Yeah, I could. You know, just like fancy little dress, and you're like, you know.
She's gonna help me
Like a jazz
manifest
class.
Beyonce in
I
the
don't know
making.
why, but I feel like you could be good in the jazz class.
That's
You know, like
What I was thinking. I just imagine you like reach club, and you're like, oh, good afternoon. You know, your voice is so like.
Good afternoon,
calm.
everyone.
Good afternoon.
let's start our jazz.
You know, it's kind of getting a little.
So we have the handsome Eli, as he was previously introduced.
Eli.
It might not be
Eli,
on camera.
you're
though.
here.
Yeah, switched it around.
How did that happen?
Yeah, we wanted to get us all in, so we figured it would be the best to switch this out because today is our last episode. We want to try and get us all in and say our proper goodbyes and make sure everyone knows that this is a awesome opportunity. So, my
Eli.
dreams.
Yes. What were your childhood dreams?
So growing up, I was really big into like playing dress up, and there's a picture of me in like my carpenter gear, hard hat, rainbow overalls, whole thing, and yeah. So and that's what I do now. So that's kind of
Wait,
been a really cool
Wait.
thing.
with the rainbow overalls?
Not the rainbow overalls.
Oh, I was
but,
gonna say I need to see a photo of that.
not the same pair. That'd be funny though. But yeah, growing up, I honestly was not one to really think heavily about that stuff. I was just like, I was a present little boy and just like would run around and play, and all I would think about is just like chasing the sun until it was gone. And I remember that very fondly. Growing up, there was just this immense pressure, you know, of like, what are you gonna do? What are you blah 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 blah. And so much like Hannah, I can relate. I actually did the flight school for a little bit when I was 15, 16, and I did multiple hours. And that was great. I loved flying. It was a blast. However, it just didn't click. It didn't stick. And, you know, like y'all, was like, oh, I want to travel. I want to see things. And I still have that adventurous tone to me. I love going out in nature. So all these things that, like, came in when I was young, just, like, loving nature, being present, wanting to see everything I could possibly see, but just, like, everything, like, losing, it would just, everything would die off so quickly. I would be like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, I've lost interest.
Mhm.
And to some extent, that is a disadvantage, but to another extent, it's actually a huge advantage. Because for me personally, what it's made out of me is a jack of all trades, which has been awesome. So yeah, what else did I want to be when I grew up? I also watched Doctor Who. That
You
was
did.
my favorite.
Did you want to be Doctor Who?
I wanted to be Doctor Who and Ben Tennyson. I wanted to travel through time and then also turn into aliens.
Ben
and,
10.
yeah.
Oh
Y'all
my
know
goodness.
Ben-
I couldn't like figure out what you were talking.
Ben Tennyson. Yeah.
Tennyson.
We call
It's
it Ben 10.
It is Ben Ten. I don't know why I said
Oh,
Tennyson.
That
I mean,
threw me
that
off
is
for a
his,
second. I
is
was
actually
like,
his name.
Is that his last name?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. I remember watching it. I
love
was like,
this.
I want to teleport like this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I also
exactly.
wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was, and catch all the Pokemon.
Really?
So,
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's
This-
good.
So just like, you know, that kid stuff, and I every now and again when I'm feeling like I need a nostalgia boost, I'll like play some Pokemon or something.
Oh, remember
So
you were
I
playing
really
some.
try and work on like connecting with that version of myself often. But in the same breath, I guess what I go on to say is that like as far as plans, careers and whatnot go, it's ever changing, and I kind of allow myself to be malleable within that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're hoping to continue to be the jack of all trades and just expand what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I would like to say Eli is a very present young man. So he went from being a present little boy, I think is what you called yourself, to being a very present young man. And recently, excuse me if I'm like I'm gonna paraphrase, but he was talking. I don't remember where the topic came from or what, but he was talking about something, and I think it was maybe running late or something to that effect. And you brought up how I'm almost losing my train of thought. Hold on, guys.
Listen.
But you brought up something about how you kind of considered yourself a wild child before, maybe in your teenage years and adolescence.
Oh wow, yeah.
And how now you still are in a sense, but you know how to be wild when it's appropriate and to reel it in when it's not. And that shows growth. I mean, you're growing into a very fine young man, Eli.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I think it's really important to hold on to your childhood self and not lose that. I think some people lose that, and they kind of lose a drive to keep going, and whether they want to be a jack of all trades or go from peanut butter to flight attendant or fighter pilot or whatever the case is, you know, it's important to keep that drive and to keep that ambition that you have as a child, where nothing could stop you from being Doctor Who, you know. So I really appreciate you just being, like I like to say, Eli-esque, because a lot of the times you are teaching and just by existing. I think I picked up a lot from you just from knowing you. So this has been a nice experience. I will be quite honest. I'm going to be sad to see you go.
Oh, man. That means the world to me, really, because that's exactly what I want to do for life, is just to exist and make a difference in that way for people. So that's like, that'll bring a tear to me, really.
We don't have tissues.
I really am trying to hold it back. But yeah, thank you so much for those words. Awesome.
Yeah, it's all love, Eli.
To all of we'll miss you too, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, Valentina, you don't talk to me that way.
So I kind of want to circle back a little bit. We talked about Darina changing what you wanted to do. So you no longer want to be a flight attendant.
It would be nice to travel. I still have the traveling in back on my mind. I would like to see places, but for now, I was thinking and pursuing my degree with filmmaking and hopefully making movies, because as I said, when I was growing up and I was younger, I was always watching movies. And it's crazy because now I'm circling back. I remember in high school, it's not like a good advice for you guys, but sometimes me and Vada, because we used to go to see a movie when it came out instead of our first classes in high school. Well, we
very bad advice.
Well, because
I do not condone this.
Yeah, we're not encouraging you to do that. But remember, we had like not really, I wouldn't say not really important classes, but the classes we could have missed, and the tickets for the movies were really, really cheap in the morning.
Oh, the matinee prices. That's what we call it.
Yeah, so they were really cheap, and sometimes it would go like early, the earliest.
Like 8 a.m.
So we could go, like, we could skip a little bit and then go to the classes still. Sometimes we did not go, but I still remember it was such a, I don't know, we loved movies and we loved watching it.
But you like studying?
We were still studying, but it was really...
We were good students, though.
Yeah, we did great.
We still are, kind of.
You made up for the lost time.
Yeah, but yeah, luckily we did great. But no, I'm just saying that, yeah, actually movies were kind of like always in the back of my mind. I always wanted to, because I saw such a big opportunity to express yourself and tell people something that you want to tell, or like you think valuable, or the morals that you hold on to. I think it could change. Simple movie could change a lot. Yeah. And it's such a good way of inspiration too. So I was always wanted to influence people in some ways, and I think media right now growing in such a fast way that we couldn't even imagine what's going to be in the future. And I know it's going to be a lot of IE and all the technologies coming up, but I still would want to make that impact through movies, which is, I'm going to pursue the degree with filmmaking. Hopefully we'll make some movies and see where it's going to take me.
And I've seen Darina in the process, because back in high school, that's what got us like together, candies and movies. So
Candies
we,
and movies.
yeah, we used to go to cinema every Saturday in the morning.
Yeah.
We didn't care about sleeping in. We were like, let's
Yeah,
go
we
watch some
just needed
movies.
to.
And later on, when Dorina got accepted to university for a film program, she started doing like short films and stuff, and I was helping out sometimes. So I've seen her in the process. It was always fun to be part of it. But she's just this person, so incredibly talented. It was just
thank you, Laura.
she knows how to organize stuff. She likes to be bossy, so
Just a little
kind of
bit.
helps to be the director.
Organization.
And you do it in such a respectful way, though. Like you even
Well, not
you
to everybody.
organize. Maybe to you. I haven't personally had a problem with it, but you even organized the intro video for this podcast that
Oh, it was so
that
much
we've been
fun.
able to use, and that's been awesome. So hopefully, it gets continued to be used, and your work gets to live on, even if you're not the one using it. And I'm sure that's a very special feeling that you'll get to feel.
Absolutely. Well, I
Yeah.
really appreciate you saying that. I
Mhm.
really, really enjoyed doing that, and hopefully could do it in a bigger field
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever need an actress, I'm your girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
I second that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just on my list.
I'm your girl.
Actress.
Actress.
From singer to
Everybody.
actress. Okay.
I got you guys. I'll remember that.
Good luck,
Awesome.
Dorina. I hope you get to do that.
Thank
I think you will, though. You seem like you have some very promising practices you're already doing to get you right to where you want to be.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But it's also gonna go for her degree, which is really, really interesting too. But she's gonna tell more about it because I'm sure she's really excited to tell you guys
So
about it.
our business plan is
Yeah, our business. We have already a business plan. So
because Dorina went for a degree in film studies, but I was always interested in that as well. So we were thinking that would be so smart to create a like studio together, and I would be responsible for business part, and Dorina would be responsible for creative part. We're gonna create a studio together and do some changes in life, you know,
Yeah.
impact hopefully in a good way people. So that would be one of the like plan B.
That would be
Maybe a
awesome.
Yeah. Maybe money.
And work with your bestie.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
But
it is
she's a
fun.
little bossy, so hopefully you guys don't
I'm
knock
bossy.
Well,
foreheads.
she's too, so we need to handle each other, you know, in such a way.
We do.
But you know, any film is also art project, but in the same time, it's also a business. So there's no
Yeah.
films without business
It's
and
quite
producing
often.
it. So international business or in general business that what you are going for
yeah.
it's a big part of a film industry. Any industry, actually, any industry, wherever you go,
Mhm.
you can use those skills. And I think right now it's such a valuable skill.
Yeah, I feel like
Knowing
in
how
our
to
age,
handle.
like in 20s, you feel like you're ready to switch your careers like every year or something. You're
Mhm.
always like, oh, you got to know something, you decided to switch and go for it, which is kind of a good thing because I feel like in 20s and especially early 20s, you have to be open-minded about careers because it's hard to know when you're like 19, 20, 21 to really like know for sure how life is going to look like in 5-10 years. It's
You
not
have
if
to
do-
decide right now what you're going to
Yeah.
do for the
It's
rest of
literally
your
your
life.
and it's gonna be so pressure. So I feel like one of the most important skills is to be able to problem solve, to be able to manage yourself, to manage people around, to know how to study fast. And I feel like international business program really helps with that and expands all the boundaries because it's not just about something like I care about, it's just international. So it's about the whole world. And I hope that someday I just would like to be open-minded and make a good impact. So we'll see in which.
Absolutely. I
area.
can see you're doing the best job, Vada.
Yeah, thank you. Of course you do. You want me to
Yeah,
make
I
us
want
money.
her to be.
I'm definitely optimistic about you guys' success. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. We're
Yeah.
hopefully.
I hope I'm here to see it.
Yeah, so we're excited for you too if you're ever performing.
Yeah.
And
Or you
uh,
wanna
Oh, concert
be-
tickets for free. You
Yeah.
got it.
Or you want to
Front
be in
row.
our movie.
Backstage
Vada's
passes.
producing.
Yeah, you got it. Well, you'll want to watch the show from the front.
That's true.
I would make sure it was a good one. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I do want to kind of circle back to what Eli said. It has been such a great opportunity being able to be on this podcast and represent Craven as an ambassador in this way and just connect with you guys. And I know we had separate episodes and things, but behind the scenes connecting with you guys as well. We are looking for new ambassadors. We have Hannah, Eli, Valia, and Darina, not Valia and Valentina.
Yeah.
I
I was
called them
waiting
the
for
wrong
that.
names earlier. That was silly. But they're all graduating in May. And like I said, I am graduating this year, but not until December. So I kind of need some new hosts to help me out because I would like to continue doing this podcast. I think it's very expansive, or it could be as expansive as you want it to be. And we also need ambassadors just to represent the college and keep the Hearst Ambassador Program going and keep it alive. Because if we don't have students who can represent the college, then there's not going to be a program because it's not supported. And we do have someone who is trying to help us to excel and get these experiences and get the scholarships to help you pay for school. And in my case, I greatly needed it. So I've been very blessed to be able to continue in my program because of scholarships and grants awarded from Craven. So I'd like to encourage you guys to please come to Campus Life or email Campus Life if you're interested. We also do need new SGA members. Since Hannah is leaving, we're gonna, I think all the executive officers are, I'm pretty sure are graduating aside from Hannah.
I
So
believe so,
yeah, we need a lot of new people on board. There's not an age requirement. There is really not any requirement except to be a student and to be interested and willing to give your time.
And GPA, right?
Well, there's a GPA requirement, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that wrong. I think it's
3.5.
No, it's 3.5. It used to be 3,
Yeah.
but now they
got
There
that.
is a GPA requirement, but you can find more information on exactly what you need to apply on the Campus Life webpage through the college website, or you can email Campus Life again. We have a new coordinator. Her name is Rosa. She's amazing.
Great.
We have, hopefully she feels like we've welcomed her with open arms. She's in the background watching right now, so I'm not just
We all have
saying
to
this
say
to
good
make her
things.
smile.
Miss Rose is my favorite.
Yeah, I truly mean it. She's awesome, and we were sad to see our last coordinator go. But I'm very happy that we've got Rosa here to kind of pick up the reins.
Rosa
and
is awesome dancer. Have you seen that,
Yeah,
guys?
I have
dance.
not
Wow,
seen the dance moves yet.
You missed it at Founders Day.
Oh
Yeah.
my
She was breaking
God.
it. She was
That
keeping up with
was
us. She
killing
was
the dance
actually
floor.
ahead of us.
I was
Yeah, for
sick.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll make up for it. Maybe our next meeting we can do a dance party. See, guys, why would you not join? You can have a dance party whenever you
Absolutely.
feel like it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll have an opportunity party because graduation is coming up. So hopefully we'll get some good dancing in and whatnot there. So anyone who's graduating, make sure you get your gowns. I believe the last day is like May 3rd to get it or something like that. What's today? You got a few days. I think
It's
like
coming up.
later
Yeah.
this week or I don't even know if it's going to be in this. But yeah, so May 3rd, get your gowns, be
Yep.
prepared.
Get prepared.
Yeah.
Bring
so-
the
Yeah.
spirits, all the things,
Mhm.
all the things.
Well, I think we gotta say that this being ambassadors has been such a blessing for all of us, I guess. And I know some of us left ambassador program a little bit earlier.
We're
but
not gonna
still,
give the side
it's a
eye
huge
to the
side-
We miss you.
Eli left the ambassador program to do work study.
It was honestly amazing. I was kind of worried as a student. You might be
Eli
worried.
left. Yeah, I was just like, Eli left. It was amazing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
We miss you,
I
Eli.
meant that I was really.
He's still
worried.
there all the time. Like I see him every single second.
all the
there.
time.
Yeah, all the time.
Boo hoo.
Yeah, Eli is always around.
Around, even though he's no.
Well, I like having you around most of the times. So, it's been just as a student before I applied, I was so nervous about the program. Like, oh, I have to be like a super student, or I have to be super social, or what if I have troubles doing something? It's actually, guys, I feel like you just have to go for it. It's a good way to go outside of your comfort zone, to meet great people, and honestly, all the events we participated in, they always were so fun. I mean, I loved each and every one of them. It just I couldn't imagine my life here in Craven without ambassador program.
Yeah.
So I strongly recommend you to think about it, to apply, and you better start asking your teachers for 2 recommendations letters. That's what you need, GPA and recommendation letters. And you're good to be part of the team and also get to see your face on the wall next to the campus live.
First ambassadors.
And I will add, as far as like reasons to do it, my personal development, my character development throughout the program has been a great opportunity. My interpersonal skills, my ability to communicate with different people, and be a leader in multiple ways, but also towards myself. So it teaches you so many things, like not subconsciously, but without having to put you in a position where it's like, oh, I'm in a classroom, I'm learning this and that, but like putting you in real life circumstances to prepare yourself for that job force position. So that's another thing with Ambassador, SGA, and even work study. It puts you into that workforce position before you're really there, and you can really take the time to apply what you're learning in school into this program. So that's one thing that I've really appreciated about it.
That's true. I have to agree.
Yeah.
Good
So
words.
guys, I don't know if we've sold you. I'm over here like I'm graduating. I'm like, gosh, I should really sign up for this thing. This sounds great. I do just want to say thank you again so much for watching. The people who are coming to follow, I really do appreciate. And Eli, if you don't mind, I actually want to just bring Hannah and all of us together. Do you want to give any closing comments, Hannah? Because we can fix that. I can help Eli with the video. If you want.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, can I say like thank you? Like
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have a bunch of thank yous, but it's gonna be really quick. I want to say thank you to my mom, to my friends. Shout out to Miss Amber Smith for getting me through graduation. Miss Rosa, huge help, even though it's been a short period of time, has played a lot of roles. Old advisor Emily Anderson, and Dr. Stats, and Mr. Charles, and the whole faculty team and staff. Anyway, I love you all, and I would not be here without y'all. Okay, I promise. That was it. But 2 years, meeting all these people, and it's been a lot. It still does not feel real. I'm probably gonna cry after this, but does not feel real. And even y'all, I cannot believe. I mean, we met each other in a class.
2 years ago.
English class.
We
needed that class.
Oh my gosh, I needed that class. It was so bad. But thank you for y'all for doing this with us. It's been amazing, and y'all are probably one of my favorite college people because y'all are just so inspiring and beautiful and just amazing. And I want to say thank you to you two helping with this podcast and everything. It's been a lot, and you're a really good ambassador too. Like if y'all want to be an ambassador, these are the people to look up to because y'all are doing. And then Eli, you're over there. You're over there. You're okay.
You're right.
You do good. You do a lot than most people, so that's really cool
That's right.
too.
Eli's
Thank
truly hard worker.
Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah,
But
It is
anyway,
crazy.
it's hard to say goodbye. I mean,
yeah, this is.
I want to keep it forever.
Well, it's a see you later for me.
That's
And I
true.
hope I do see you guys later. When you move on in life, please keep in touch. I would like to follow up and see what you're doing and what you're accomplishing and maybe how those dreams might change moving forward.
Absolutely.
Everyone create an Instagram page, group chat.
Yeah.
Throw in a couple of highs in there.
Yeah.
Should we shout out News That Binds Somebody in the Shine?
Yeah.
definitely should.
Alrighty, come here.
3, 2, 1.
News that binds and events that shine.
Totally
It was
messed that
so
up.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Love
Peace
ya.
out.